Hey guys, we hit the iconic Centennial Olympic Park in Atlanta to find out what do people know about the US dollar.
Yeah, Bitcoin.
Hey guys, it's Ben from BitBoy Crypto, and this is Quinn from Mid-Earth Crypto. Hope you guys watched our video last week where we looked at whether or not people would take $5 in cash, $10 in a gift card, or $15 in Bitcoin. Now, if you want to watch that video, you can click right above. You can watch the video from last week. But what we learned is that people love cash. That's right. People love that cold hard cash. They like to touch it.
They want to feel it.
They want to feel it. They want to touch it. So what we figured is today we do something a little bit different, and we could try to figure out what do people know about the U.S. dollar.
Why do they want to take the cash? I'm interested to see what they actually know, of course, but why? Is it because they trust it? Because they believe in it? Why do they believe in it? So I think we'll find out for sure and get some good answers.
That's right. And we want to say a big thank you to
Absolutely. Yeah.
Trontopia for sponsoring this video. You can find them at trontopia.co. So let's get to it. We're going to ask you a couple questions about the U.S. dollar. Have you ever heard of the U.S. dollar?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. Please do not sir me. It makes me feel old. I wear a backwards baseball cap so I can feel younger.
How do you do, fellow kids?
What?
What do you think this is right here?
$1 bill.
$1 bill, you say?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Where did this come from?
Now, that's a good question.
Where do you think it came from, sir?
Well, I know it was made, definitely.
Okay.
So Morgan, here you go. Hold on to that for a second. What is that?
This is federal currency.
Federal currency. Wow. I think also earlier you said cash money, right?
Cash money. This is all
Cash money.
cash money.
That's what I'm talking about. So here's what I want to know. Where does it come from?
It comes from the government, but it does not. The government gets it from somewhere else. Everything comes from something else. So the government, it just can't, the government has money. Let me go grab some of this. No. It has to come from a place, it has to originate from a place, and you have to get it from somewhere.
So what do you know about the U.S. dollar?
I know that they started making it after 1752.
1752. Wow, that's an exact number. I learned something just now. So what do you think gives the U.S. dollar its value?
Well, I actually don't really know what gives it its value. I guess it's kind of like how we used to use bartering and trade.
Yeah.
Once we started getting the dollar bill, people were fixed on it as a currency.
Guys, what is this?
I don't know, a bill?
A bill?
A dollar bill, yes.
Dollar bill, okay. Where does this dollar bill come from, do you think?
I don't know, a machine could be.
Machine, like a government, a bank, where do we get our dollars from, do you think?
I don't know, in my country, Colombia, we have the Banco de la República,
Okay.
the Republic Bank,
Okay.
and there's,
So like a country central bank produces the bills and then, okay.
that's
Yeah, and comes to me through my hard work, so I would say that.
This is a dollar, right? Would you like to touch it? Yeah. Look, why don't you hold it while we do the interview here? That'll be good. So what do you know about the U.S. dollar?
George Washington's face is on it.
It has been said of my opponent that he cannot tell a lie.
Guilty as charged.
Where does it come from?
The Federal Reserve from Atlanta or Washington. I can't remember.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You're far past the knowledge of the dollar of most people already. You're doing a great job. So let me ask you this question. What gives that its value?
I do not know.
Do not know. Is it backed by anything? Do you know?
I don't know.
Do not know.
Okay, so it comes from a bank or a company that prints it for us. What's it backed by? Why is this worth $1? Why do you trust this to be $1 and go spend it and whenever go buy it, people will accept it as $1? Why is this worth $1?
That was a trick question.
Is it gold? Is it diamonds? Is it because we're just really rich and America's great, so they like dollars is what we say it is? Or why do you think it's worth $1?
I don't know,
All right, so the Federal Reserve, is that like the government? Is that a private bank? Do you know anything about that?
Well, no, I really don't. That's I know it's federal.
For sure.
Okay, for sure.
So what is it backed by?
Explain, please.
What gives that its value?
The value it has itself. It's a $1 bill. You can buy many things with $1. Things that can benefit you in many different ways, differentiated ways. You can buy gum, anything. If your breath stinks, pops up out of your mouth with this $1.
Are you trying to tell me something, bro?
Look, your breath stank, your friend breath stank, you all stank like orangutans. You need to go wash with some soap. I don't know what's going on with you. You need to go wash. Wash yourself. You sound like Duke.
No, man, you cool. You are good. You are straight.
Have you ever heard? You like that?
Have you ever heard of Bitcoin?
So then my next question then is, why do you trust this? Why is that worth $1 to you? Why can you go buy something? Why do you trust it so much?
Well, because I was raised with it, for one, from a child, and it's spendable.
It's Bitcoin, snitches.
Have you ever heard of Bitcoin?
Yes.
Heard of Bitcoin? Both of you have heard of Bitcoin. What do you know about Bitcoin? Just real quick, nothing special.
I heard that nobody knows who created.
Okay, yeah. So an unknown creator, exactly.
Yeah, and in Brazil, people make a lot of jokes about because nobody knows where it comes from and how it works. But say, let's try. Maybe someday it's gonna worth something, and that is websites we talk about, but it's not really known for most of the population.
What about Bitcoin? Have you ever heard of Bitcoin?
Yes, I have.
What do you know about it?
It's like an online currency. Yeah, pretty much. Not really.
Okay. You're already, once again, way beyond the average person's knowledge of Bitcoin.
Have you ever heard of Bitcoin?
No, I haven't.
You've never heard of Bitcoin?
Bitcoin.
Yes, sir.
No, I haven't.
Have you ever heard of Bitcoin?
Yes, I have.
Okay, what do you know about it?
I know it's technological currency.
Yeah. So one thing that people say about about Bitcoin is that they say it's not backed by anything, right? It's not true.
It's not true.
So what do you think?
It's backed by electricity. It's technology. It's technology. This is money. This is physical. Bitcoin is digital.
Something that you said you're concerned about with Bitcoin is that the price goes way up and way down. And then I talked about how, Bitcoin's been between about 9,000 and 14,000 just over the last 2 months. And you think that could prevent people from using Bitcoin as a currency?
Yes, probably. If it were to ever become stable and a fixed price, then yes, people would definitely start looking at it in a better way.
So do you think that maybe in the future, where countries like Venezuela have already gone through really bad inflation, and Argentina that's happening now, Brazil's the next one on the continent that is going to happen, do you think that maybe in the future they might switch to digital or electronic currency to avoid suffering from inflation?
I'm not sure, but I hope so, for what I understand.
What do you think it's going to take for Bitcoin to become a currency that people aren't scared of?
Publicity. And even though it's really public, it's out there, people know what it is. People, how do I say this? Let's say Donald Trump uses it. If he gets into it, he's using, all right, I think Bitcoin should be used all over the United States. I'm Donald Trump. Yes, if he uses it.
You can even use it in China.
China, many walls, China. If you use it over there, if he uses it, you'd be like, okay, if Donald Trump can use it and not get scammed, and he's a billionaire, right? So people are going to believe that. Yeah. So if they don't believe it, then that's on them.
So one thing we hear a lot of people say is that, Bitcoin is a digital currency and it's not backed by anything, okay? So my question would be, if we've established the dollar isn't backed by anything and Bitcoin isn't backed by anything, what do you think the difference is?
I honestly do not know.
Yeah. No one knows the answer to that question. No one knows. So do you own any Bitcoin at all?
No, I do not.
Okay. Well, would you like to download a wallet so you can have some?
Yeah, I would not mind.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. We'll do that.
Bitcoin is like a digital currency. It's online money, right?
Okay.
But the only thing is this comes from a private bank that gives it to our government, right? They lend it to our government. Our government takes it from them and then pays interest.
Okay.
Bitcoin isn't controlled or owned by anybody, and you can't print any more of it. Okay. So whereas our government every year prints more dollars, right? They just print them. They used to be backed by gold. Right. Now it's not backed by anything.
Okay.
Bitcoin will never be able to do that because there's only a finite supply, 21 million ever in the world.
Okay.
Do you have a phone that I can maybe give you some Bitcoin right now with? Would you like to download a wallet and I'll send you some Bitcoin?
Yeah, send me some Bitcoin.
Awesome, Terrence. Hey, thank you so much for being with Unique Soul. Soul Unique.
So unique. Okay. So unique.
Online at Terrence
At Terrence P. Bailey
on Facebook.
on Facebook.
Check my man out, guys. Thank you so much. All right, guys, we're here at the end of the day in Centennial Olympic Park. It's been an awesome day. We've been able to go around and talk to a lot of different people, learn what they learn what they know about the dollar, and you know, in all reality, it didn't seem to be that much. What were your thoughts on what people know about the U.S. currency and the dollar in general?
Yeah, I think I actually had my expectations too high about what people know about the dollar, and I think that's kind of counterintuitive to what we do in crypto because we assume most people don't know much about the U.S. dollar and about Bitcoin. But I think I was even surprised how little people knew. They didn't even know how to answer the questions about the dollar that we were asking.
Right. A lot of people seem confused. If you notice one thing, though, the younger generation, the kids almost seem to know more than the parents and the dads. Sometimes where we interviewed the one son and father, the father had no idea, and then the son knew everything. So I think it's going to be about connecting with the younger generation, too.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And I think, I talked about this on a video recently, which is, we may be the people on the front end of this movement trying to be, pull people in, but it might actually be the people that are coming in behind us, the younger generation, that are actually able to reap the rewards of cryptocurrency and decentralization.
Absolutely. So final thoughts, man. What were your things? Just surprised on what lack of information's out there, or encouraged about what future information we can provide to people?
I was more, the fact that people don't know much about Bitcoin is much more concerning to me than the little that people know about the U.S. dollar. So I think that's something we just got to continue. We handed out a couple wallets today. We gave away some Bitcoin. We did some good stuff. But I definitely think we got a lot more to go.
Agreed. Long road ahead of us, but I look forward to learning what we can.
That's right. Long road, but hey, maybe I'll ride it on a scooter.
Another special thanks to Trontopia.co for sponsoring this vid, guys. They got the equipment for you. They're the one that's making this whole thing happen. So again, thank you again, and we'll see you next video.